Attention is a big topic right now. How do you get and maintain a prospect's attention? And wanted to talk about a few areas that, when using the phone, can really help you break through the noise and get somebody to actually hear you out. So, uh, whether you understand it or not, because there are some people that are still, they just kind of don't understand the framework, but the calling framework that we use, that's based on Townsend Wardlaw's Art of the Calling Playbook, is a fantastic way to capture your prospect's attention, break through the noise, and have more success when cold calling. And it's done in a way that is a little bit different than what most people are used to, and frankly, what most people understand. Um, Almost every time we present this framework, it comes with a lot of backlash, and it's kind of funny because I did the same thing. When I first read this script, or the first time I heard, I'm like, there's no way that's going to work. But the reality is, your prospects are so busy and they're so uh, conditioned now to push off a salesperson, even when you think that your opening is giving you a chance to have an opportunity to pitch. By opening and pitching, you're actually giving them the condition to get you out, right? So a lot of people focus on openers as a way to cut through the nose and get someone's attention. But the reality is, what your prospect's doing is they're not hearing you, being polite, allowing you to say some words, and then basically saying, no, we're good. We're not interested. No, thank you. Go away. So how do you break through the nose? How do you get attention from your prospects? You do that by using the ultimate pattern rep, which is the Townsend framework. Call, introduce yourself, ask for a permission-based opener to get there, but your opener is not the first opener to pitch. In fact, you want to now break the noise and get their attention by basically just saying something completely crazy, which is, without any context, asking them for a meeting. What that's going to do 70 to 80% of the time is say, wait a second, you haven't even told me what you do. Ding, 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 ding. You have now broken the pattern, and using that psychological phraseology, you're giving yourself to actually have a stage for a conversation, but you're not done yet. In fact, you have to get back into continuing down this pattern interrupt and then asking, wait a second, this is crazy. And more of like kind of a lot, you don't even know who we are. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I missed that. Yeah, they don't know who you are. What's up? What is this about? Ding, 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 ding. All right, so it's a double pattern interrupt. And again, it sounds something like this. Hey, this is Ryan Reisert. You and I have never spoken before. This is the first time I've reached you. Do you mind if I take a half a minute to share exactly why I called? That's your opener. Now you can open any way you want. Doesn't matter. Use the million different openers. That's your opener. But we're not just going to continue from there. Hey, what's up? Sure, go ahead. Perfect. The only reason I was reaching out today was to see if I could find a few minutes on your calendar so that I can introduce myself or my company. How's your schedule look next Tuesday or Wednesday around 1 o'clock? Okay. Again, I don't expect anybody at this stage to say, let's go, although it does happen. These are what we call layups. You want to continue from there. But most of the time, they're going to say, I'm sorry, what? Who is this? What is this about? You haven't told me what you do. Oh, yeah. Okay. My company. Have you heard of my company? Right. So Cognism. I'm sorry. Have you heard of Cognism? Does that name ring a bell? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we're breaking twice. We're getting them into the mode, and plus we're starting to get their gears turning. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. Why should I? Should there be some awareness? And now we have an opportunity to get into our pitch. So if you want to break through the noise and you want to get somebody's attention, you've got to run this multi-pattern interrupt framework. You don't have to use this. There's other ways to do it, but this one is the best I've seen on the market. And ultimately, if you get past that conditioned illicit response that's going to give somebody this chance of saying, yeah, sure, go ahead, waiting for you to say something, I think we're good, that's not me, not now, etc. If that's you and you're feeling that way, try this instead and see what happens. And ultimately, the more targeted you are with your outreach, the more relevant the offer is, the more likely that that person is going to actually remember you, and you're going to have a chance to actually continue that conversation down the road. I also highly recommend, if you're in an SDR role, to make sure that as soon as you're getting someone to agree to meet, that the handoff process is really fluid. You can make sure that you have the multi-channel engagement, call, book the appointment, get the meeting invite out right away. And if it's you booking for someone else, make sure that that person actually immediately gets on it. If they're somebody that's available on LinkedIn, have the prospect reach out, connect on LinkedIn. You as the rep can connect on LinkedIn, send a video, thank you afterwards, have the AE send a follow-up from your email invitation to confirm the meeting, and then run the um, confirmation structure to ensure that that person actually shows up. So attention, lots of people are busy. How do you break through the noise? You do that doing unconventional ways that break the pattern of this conditioned elicited response. Try it out, see what happens.